Hello lovelies, and welcome to today's video. My name is Alya and I'm so glad you popped in. So today is a little bit different to what we've been doing lately. I'm not going to be going into a whole because today we're going to take a pause to review an amazing brand called Double Down Cosmetics. They are phenomenal. I highly recommend you jump on Instagram and check out their story. They support amazing causes. They sound like brilliant people, and their products are just breathtaking. I'm speechless. I couldn't think of any other word but stunning the entire video because I was shocked. Honestly, I knew that these would be good products because I've seen a review by Reagan Hart here on YouTube about them, and I needed to go no further. But when I read what they're all about, when I read the causes they're supporting, when I read how the company got started, and more the point, when I saw these colors, oh my goodness, I couldn't resist. So I ordered this back in the end of November and they arrived on the 6th of January here in Australia. I don't know if it would have been faster if there wasn't COVID, but things do tend to take roughly 6 weeks to get here. So that's actually pretty good just in general. They even went to the effort of writing a little personalized note on the receipt. Just love it. Love everything about them. Love their lip color, love their ingredients, love their mission statement, and really proud to be supporting and reviewing their product today. But before we jump into the look, I do want to bring it back to eye care, and I want to explain why I go to the effort of buying things like Savvy Minerals and Double Down, and I do still use a little bit of the Nutrimetics because not the cleanest brand in the world by a long shot, but definitely nothing like drugstore. So the reason I make these choices still relates back to eye care. The likelihood of something like this clogging your canals, the delicate skin around the eye, is far less likely than something that's jam-packed full of things like talc. Talc is a known carcinogen. US FDA only bans 33 chemicals out of cosmetics. Not great at all. I could think of probably 50 off the top of my head. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near my skin. I know for a fact that a lot of the high-end lipsticks end up having floor cleaner in them. Even eye drops, a lot of eye drops, even here in Australia where we ban a lot more than 33. We're not the best here in Australia, but we're certainly better than other places. But yeah, eye drops that are prescription do have toilet cleaner in them as a preservative. I use all clean green stuff at home. I use a line called Thieves by Young Living around my house. That's the only thing I use to clean here. But we've been cleaning up the kitchen at Super and we had to use whatever we had. And silly me for not bringing the good stuff with me. But I used just a Coles, which is a huge supermarket here in Australia. Just a Coles brand wipe. Worked a treat. Didn't stink, didn't irritate my skin. So, you know, if I didn't know any better, I would think it's great. Inexpensive, you know, no other terrible ingredients that they state. But it did have that benzalkonium chloride, I think it's called, as an active ingredient, 4%. Okay, huge amount. I have to admit, it cleaned the shelves, but you know, even though I was wearing thick rubber gloves and a mask, I don't know if I was happy to do it, but you know, you get the job done. But I'll tell you what, next time I have to go and finish up the cleaning job, I'll be using stuff from home. So not only is it potentially dangerous to the eye area, we don't really have enough evidence to support the kind of direct damage it can do to the eyes. But I don't think it's unusual that there is a huge amount of dry eye, that there is a huge amount of unusual eye surface changes, and there's a huge amount of various infections and infestations that people can have. I feel like anything you can do to keep your body clean, toxic free and safe, you are still, just by logic, decreasing the likelihood of things like that occurring in your body. Not to mention that the eye is an area of skin that's very thin. There's far less fat and layering through here like there is the rest of the body. So the absorption straight into the bloodstream is going to be far more direct. Okay, now that I've ranted on about clean cosmetics for a little while, it's a very big Pandora's box that you're opening when you start to research the stuff that you're putting on your skin. If you are very interested, there is an app called Think Dirty, which is really good. There is definitely a lot of websites that will help you along. And if it's cosmetics specifically that you want to clean, then Reagan has a million suggestions and hundreds of videos that can help you on your way. She certainly has helped me. And of course, Young Living has been an absolute lifesaver for me, both with my skincare and my household. And they're just a brilliant company. They're not your typical company where they, force you to do stuff, all that culty stuff. I've been in companies like that before and I've run away because even though I loved the product at the time, it wasn't worth the environment and the atmosphere. These guys are beautiful and the teams are just lovely people. So yeah, very empowering. Okay, so I hope you love this video. I hope that you don't forget to like it and comment below what you thought about this look. I didn't get to check out all the colors, but I used quite a few, and I'm absolutely blown away, and I'm feeling really good that there is practically no toxins right now on my skin, and couldn't be prouder about that. Hope you stick around to see how I created this look. Okay, so today's super special. We're going to be doing a really, really fun review of Double Down Cosmetics. So first impressions type thing. I just received this in the mail. I ordered at the end of November. They processed it really quickly. Got my little piece of paper here that was included in the package. So yeah, I got it on the 26th really late at night. Here in Australia, 27th, they'd already processed it, which is awesome. Go them. And they've left a little personal note at the bottom says, "Thank you, Alya, for your support, Double Down Cosmetics." Now, I work in 2 small businesses, and to spend 2 seconds like that to write a note feels like it's not much of an effort, but I can tell you doing that 100 times over is an effort, and the fact that they can be bothered to me speaks volumes. I found out about Double Down because they're all over Instagram and telling their amazing story about helping protect women against domestic violence, and they've got a lot of amazing there's a lot of amazing things that they do to support society. So I'm really happy to support a company that supports others, and they are a clean brand as well. So the reason I know that is I watch Reagan Hart here on YouTube, and she's amazing. She's honest. She has a really broad collection of clean cosmetics that she reviews, and some of them aren't clean enough for me, but she says so, and I love that transparency and her integrity there. So if you wanted to find out more about clean cosmetics brands, I highly recommend you watch her for a review. Brilliant. Okay, so I've got here some highlighters and blushes. So this is the mini blush and highlighter glow kits. We have, I'll go through the colors and swatch them for you. And then I've got these, and this is what really sold it to me. Look at that purple. This is the Babs Glow, and it is just insanely gorgeous. And I'm definitely missing a blue, a clean blue from my collection. Look at the intensity on that color. Just, and then of course I had to go for this beautiful, kind of like a fern green color. Beautiful. So we have here Babs Glow. Look at that amazing blue shift. So pretty. Very, very sparkly, and it's most definitely a lot deeper and got much more dimension in real life. I actually had to kill the ring light and the flash and come into a different room to really get the best read on this color. We have the Strength, which is this beautiful intense blue, and it reads with a bit of a gold shift, a bit of an aquamarine, kind of lending towards the kind of green, or maybe even like a jasmine. You can imagine Disney's jasmine's kind of got that kind of vibe going on. Really, really pretty color. Very vibrant, just pretty. Next here we've got Unity. Beautiful, very unique shade of green, kind of mossy and kind of jade almost. Really, really stunning. And on the skin, it's again got that yellowy golden kind of glow to it. Doesn't shift as much as the other colors, but it's very dazzling and very metallic. Here we have the beautiful highlighters. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. You have here the Equation, the Status, and the Fortune. Definitely could have got more product onto my hand here, but they can be made quite sheer, as you'll see on my cheeks in this look. But this I actually use as an inner corner color as well as my highlight, and it is just everything. It's got a bit of a greeny gold shift, and it's just, I've never seen anything just so dimensional and so pretty. And I'm quite fair. I've definitely got an olive skin tone, but I'm definitely not terribly tanned or anything. And this is just working so well on my skin tone. Normally something like this would be way too gingery, too bronzy, and something like this would be way too light, and I wouldn't know what to do with it because I just don't have the contrast. But It's working. The last bundle is definitely beautiful. It's a cheeks and bronzer set, and that last color actually had me a bit confused. I haven't tried it on my face today, but look at these swatches. So pretty. And you've definitely got a bronzer in that last one, and it's completely matte, which is really refreshing after all this dazzle. Look at that pretty color. Can't wait to see what it will look like in a look, I'm sure, very soon. So that bottom matte color is the Statement. It's just described as an iron oxide yellow, and it's, I could imagine so many looks already where that color is just going to be so on point. The rest of them have a pink or a rose kind of shift. You've got a red rose here, a pinky rose here, and you've got that golden rose shift here. Really stunning. First one is called the Dimension. The second one, the Cosmic. The third one, readiest one, is the Standard. Gorgeous. I highly encourage you to find out more about the brand because they're a fantastic company, so definitely do a little bit of reading on them. And I haven't mentioned that on my lips I have the Future Lip Balm. So that's that color here. Very minty, beautifully clean ingredients. Everything's completely transparent here, written out very clearly on the container. Love that. So I'm going to get my Savvy Minerals foundation, my multitasker, and some base on, and I'll be right back. Okay, just to give a size reference, this is my multitasker that I used for nearly a year now for eyebrows. Every couple of days I use this on my eyebrows. I've got this as a contour. I mix it in to darken my foundation, all that sort of stuff. Okay, and then this is the Double Down. Very fair, I think. So I'm actually going to start with this blue because I'm most excited about that one. I haven't put any kind of base down. Normally I would use my multitasker underneath any kind of makeup. I have it on my face, but I haven't put it specifically on my eyes today. Okay, this is very exciting. I'm just going to take a nice flat brush, something small I can control easily, just because I've not tried this before. I'm going to tap a little bit out into the lid, just the tiniest bit. I don't need much, just to try it. I can always add more. So I'm just flattening it out onto the lid with my brush, and you get a lot of color. Look at that. Let's have a look at this. Where are we putting it? Let's go straight through the middle. Wow. Stunning. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, gobsmacking, honestly, beautiful. Alright, goes down really buttery. It doesn't flake, it does not fall out, which is almost shocking for a loose pigment. Oh my goodness. And it's very easy to apply. Let's see how this will blend though, because that's not something I can tell at this stage. I'm going to go for the green now. It's going to be a very bright look, but we can kind of go back and do something about that if we want to. This time I'm going to take a little round brush. So normally I would use this as a crease brush, but I'm going to use it just to apply this green. I am using it in the outer corner, so we'll see how that works for me. Yeah, no trouble blending at all. Look at that shimmer too, just stunning. I'm going to try the highlighter next, the beautiful white color. It's called the Fortune, and it really was my selling point for getting the highlighters because it's so stunning, and I thought it would be such a great multi-purpose tool. So I'm not going to even tip it out. I'm just going to dip it straight over these little holes because I think I'll get plenty out that way with a little curved flat brush. Oh my goodness me. Let's get my brush that had the blue on it. Like I mentioned, blends like a dream. Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I had faith in them because of their mission statement, but this is just everything. Oh my goodness, beautiful. It's got this gold shift, but just very subtle gold shift. And it's not too yellow, it's not too, you know, crazy gold, but it's just got that slight yellowness to it. But absolutely, the Fortune is a great name. Okay, let's be completely shocking. Let's do something unexpected. Not for this channel, but unexpected in general. I'm going to dip into the Babs Glow, which is this crazy beautiful purple. Just on a very tiny brush, just on the very tip. I'm just going to create a line just through here. when a color this intense has subtlety with blending, that says a lot to me, because it's so shimmery, so pigmented, so beautifully easy to blend, has a gorgeous shift to the color, just everything going for it. But then it also has this subtlety when you work on the product just very, very easily. I didn't sit there and blend for long, just a couple of seconds really. But that, if you don't put much pressure, it gives you this nice feathery finish, which is just stunning as well. I need to stop using that word. That, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try the Status, which is this beautiful goldy highlighter. That. It's on a detailed face brush. I'm just going to tap off that excess, don't need that much. Okay, just this much on the brush, and we're just going to go right here, just following the eye and cheek space. So pretty. Just keep wanting to put more on. Just going to put the rest of this product just under the brow there. Just keeping it subtle. I'm going to go for a little bit less on the other side because I still had access on the brush. Now I'm pressing very, very lightly because I want to have full control over how much product I'm putting, and I want to see how controllable this product is. So it's very blendy even with just mineral foundation underneath. So all I have on is this, my Savvy Minerals, and it's blending beautifully. Now the last color is a deep bronze. So pretty. And it's called The Equation. So I'm just going to take a pretty dense brush here. So this is a blush, more of a blush brush, but I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to tip it out a little bit on my mirror here. I'm only using a tiny amount, sort of similar amount as what I did with my highlight, but just on a bigger brush. I'm just going to create circular motions here. Oh, wow. Instant, just instant. Didn't take any effort at all. What beautiful colors. Now this makes me want to do a neutral look on my eyes using these beautiful bronzers and highlighters. That would be also really pretty. Just really beautiful. And what I love is that in certain lights you get this really intense brown that you can see on the camera, but in the mirror here under the direct light it's quite sheer and quite subtle. So I'm going to blend it out a little more, and just beautiful. I'm really in love. Okay, I've just used my Glide Liquid eyeliner by Nutrimetics because I still haven't found anything that quite surpasses the amazement that this is. This is just one swoop starting outwards like this, and then just pressing a little harder as you want a thicker line, and then filling in the gaps. I just crossed over that little triangle that I made here, and then filled in the gaps, and then I'm just going to come back with my mascara on. So eyes are finished, and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to use this breathtaking pink called the Cosmic on the same brush I applied the bronzer with, because I've now kind of blended it out a little more. I'm just going to seriously tap on a tiny little bit of color just on the apple. And just with the other side of the brush, just blend it in a little bit. I'm being very light-handed. These colors are no effort at all. I'll put a little bit of what's left, tiny bit left, just on the bridge here. So you get a bit of color back into the face. Feel a bit one-dimensioned after any kind of foundation, so not a problem with my anatomy, but I still feel like it flattens me out a little bit. Okay, so I hope you love today's look. Yeah, and I hope that you are staying safe and healthy out there. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead. Please do join this channel with reviews and eye advice, eye health advice, and lots of tichels. For more things to do with oils and gardening and more tichels and more eye advice and more of everything, please do head over to Instagram. And I can't wait to see you on the next one.